morning. I'm Cheryl.
And I'm Kate.
And together we are
Fickle
Stitches. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, February.
February the 4th, 2023. I've started thawing out, and you're sort of not quite thawing out. You're in the middle of the freeze.
I'm going to hit double digits today.
Yeah. So I spent most of the week this week encased in ice and thunder sleet. Thunder sleet. I've never experienced thunder sleet until I came here to Oklahoma.
They try to give you the whole experience there.
Mm-hmm. Tornadoes, thunder sleet. So yes, so this girl worked from home basically all week because I don't do ice. So we're glad to see the sunshine, and hopefully it'll warm up for you because it's a little chilly there today.
It'll warm up.
Yeah, so this is a channel not about, diagnosing the weather, but about cross stitch. And how much we love cross stitch and how much we like to stitch it. So buckle up. We've got some stuff to talk about today. We've got some starts. We have a finish or two maybe. And as always, the infamous Wegmans bag of acquisitions. So
yes.
All right. So let us just start this off with, I can't stand it. We need finishes, please.
Okay. Me first? Yes, you.
Yes.
All right, so my first finish, last time I showed you, I just had the links left on Hyperborea from OwlForest Embroidery. This is 16 count Be More Pacific from Mystic Fabrics. I started this project on December 1st, 2021, and I finished January 23rd, 2023. And it doesn't fit on a board.
It's so pretty. 1, the fabric is amazing. 2, that whole thing is just stunning.
It's going to go up.
Yes, it will. Love it.
All right.
So here's my question.
So we'll go.
Yes, you will.
Is that a good spot?
Up a little higher. Perfect.
All right. Now I'm going to.
I just love the detail in each of the big animals. Like, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay, that lynx is fantastic.
I'm glad I saved him for last.
Yeah.
I love the Viking ship.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Okay, I forgot how much your arms hurt when you start.
So that is going to go up on the wall behind your head, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yay! Are there any more that you're of OwlForest that you're stitching? I can't remember.
Yeah, I have an enchanted forest going.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So, and then I have the 2 other ones not started, but I own them. And I started kingfishers.
Oh right.
So
That's right. Okay, so there will always be an OwlForest in rotation for you.
I love stitching them.
Yeah, they're amazing. And you can tell you really loved working on them.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, yay for the finish. Woohoo!
So, Cheryl, do you have any finishes?
No. It's okay. Oh, no. No, I've got a lot of starts, but I don't have any finishes.
I only have 1 start.
Okay, well, do you want to do your start and then I'll run through mine?
Sure.
Okay. Go, Kate.
So, Vicky from Stitch and Button, a little while ago, pretty much told me I had to buy this pattern and stitch it with her.
Huh.
And then she read the description, and then I was like, okay, fine.
Yep.
I'll buy it.
I do believe I was on Virtual Stitchers that night as she strong-armed you into this, and it didn't take a whole lot.
All right, so this is the Scary Sampler from Heartstring Samplery. I've put it on 16 count shale with Picture This Plus. This was a January 31st start, and I've had some color issues. But here's my start.
Beautiful.
So my fabric has like a purpley gray undertone to it.
Yes.
So the flowers that look like the demigorgons from Stranger Things that go around it.
Mm-hmm.
The red is too orangey red for the called for. So I have been working on my red choices, and this is the red I have come up with.
Yeah, that looks good on it.
Yeah.
From what I can see. Because it needed that purple undertone with it.
Yeah, so these are going to be the flowers.
Yep.
Okay. The other I have come up with is, so do you see half the Death Star there?
Yes.
Okay. I'm supposed to stitch the rest of the Death Star in something called stepping stones. My stepping stones is brown. It's not gray.
Oh.
And it's also used for the cemetery stones, as we will do the picture before. And I'm not having brown cemetery. There's a weeping angel in there. I'm not going to piss the weeping angel off.
Well, that's good.
So right now I have an order from 123 Stitch, but there's a nice storm in Texas.
Right.
For a couple of different choices of grays. Because I think I even ordered a couple different choices of silk lame braid, because I was like, maybe the Death Star needs a little itty bitty sparkle.
I was going to say, I have a couple gas suggestions if the ones that you picked out don't work out. Because hey, baby.
Yeah, she's going to be a problem today.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've had a cat cameo. Hey, baby.
She's feeling a little needy today.
I see her hunkering down.
Boy.
She's spoiled. Okay, so that's your start. Okay. Well, because of my birthday stitch along, we started a couple of things in the last couple of weeks. So the first thing that I started off is an oldie but goodie in my stash. And it's called Starry, Starry Night by Milady's Needle. And I'm going to bring it a little closer so you can actually see can you see the pattern?
Yes.
Okay. So I've seen this done as a shop model back in the day when I worked at Stitchworks, when Stitchworks was a brick and mortar. And I always loved it. And so I've had this kitted up in my stash forever. I do not think I will be putting in the words or my name or the date. I think I'll just add some extra stars because they're actually road stitch, which I like instead of the...
Could you put in the green comet that's going through right now?
That might be an idea. I love that idea. I might have to do that. But yeah, I don't think I'm going to put in the words. But I love it overall. So, for me, what constitutes a start for my birthday start along is kind of what you call it? Whip Warriors. I'm part of Whip Warriors. They constitute a start as at least 200 stitches or 2 hours. So I don't count something as a start until I've got that in there. So what I've done so far is, okay, I don't know if you're going to see it very well. The roof is on fire. I got the roof done. Without the snow, there's like holes for the snow and a window. But I got that part done. And so this is the call for fabric, which is 32 count blue spruce linen.
Pretty.
And I'm doing the call for colors, but I did swap out a couple so that they were all Gaster Classic Colorworks. I like the look of them better. And so that's my start. I've noticed so far in my birthday starts, I've done a lot of roofs. Because they're right in the center. They're usually the top. And I'm like, Lord, can I get to something other than a roof? Okay, so that was the first one. And I started that one on January 22nd. Okay, so then the next one I started was, I'm trying to do a big and a small every week. And the smalls are tending to be Christmas smalls, because I love me some Christmas smalls. But you will notice eventually there'll be some things that are other than Christmas related. So I'm started the Merry Christmas ornament by Glory Bee, and here's a picture of it. It's super simple and super cute. It's a great stash buster, and the white stitches are road stitches. And
Okay.
I think they pop out really good. And it's found in the Just Cross Stitch Christmas Ornaments 10th Anniversary Collection book. So there's a selection of some of the ornaments from the first 10 years of the publication. And each of the designers that have been featured, they picked their, I guess, I'm not sure if it was their favorite one or just one that they wanted to showcase again in this book. So I was able, I got a scrap of, I think it's, let me look, sorry. It's 32 count natural linen, and I'm using the called for colors, which are all Gentle Arts. And I was able to get the center part done, the Merry Christmas.
Oh, it looks good.
And it looks so good on the, like it pops really nicely on the fabric. So yeah, so I'm trying to use up, like when I've been cutting my fabric for the bigger pieces, I'm saving all these scraps because I know there's many ornaments and smalls to come. So I don't like chucking them. So yeah, I started that on the 26th. Now, this one is still in the hoop. And I'm going to have to reach for it. Excuse me. Ooh. Because I haven't finished the 2 hours / 200 stitches on it yet. So I started this week Snow Queen by Mirabilia.
Ooh.
Now, I wanted to do this for 2 reasons. One, this was my birthday gift from you. Thank you again for this.
You're welcome.
Because I always said that I'm not a huge, I don't do a lot of pretty ladies. But I said if there was one Mirabilia that I've always wanted to do was Snow Queen. And you heard that. And so you got that from me for my birthday. Thank you. And also my friend Kit here in Broken Arrow has also started this one, so we're kind of doing it together slowly, very slowly. She's way ahead than me. But so I started that, and this is as far as I've gotten. I've been working on the silk portion of her headdress, headband. So, and it's taken me a while because, as you can see, it's a big piece of fabric. I don't have it on scroll rods yet because it's not on my scroll rod rotation because I only have so many to go around. But I was able to get that part done, and the silks are beautiful. So I still have it in the hoop because I want to get another hour or so done on it this weekend, but that's plans. So yeah, so I'm enjoying that. And I'm going to do, it's on the called for 32 count Twilight Blue linen, called for threads, Mill Hill, the whole shebang. This is one of the ones that I wanted to kit up as is because I just love the look of it as is. I've flirted with the idea of changing the fabric, because I saw one that was done in a darker fabric and it was stunning. But then I chickened out.
A stitch on a darker fabric sometimes is like,
Yeah, and I just didn't want to choose the wrong one, get started, and then get frustrated. You know what I mean? Okay. So then the last one I started was another small. And I started it in the last couple of days. Before I moved to the States, I started getting either books, because it was hard to get a lot of back in the day. Back in the day, it was hard to get loose patterns like it is here. And so I found one of these books, and it's a small this is Donna Kooler's Cross Stitch Christmas. And I'm doing yet another Merry Christmas thing. And it's shown in the book two ways. It's shown as a, stocking, and you can see the nutcrackers on it. Okay. Or it's shown in the book as the top to an apron, like this.
I'm stitching the apron.
So the top part of it. So I really like the lettering. Didn't necessarily want to do the nutcrackers. So this is what I'm doing it again. I'm using it as a stash buster kind of thing. So I went rummaging around, and I was putting some stuff away. Sorry, I'm on the wrong end of the table. And so I had to maneuver some things around here. Sorry. Okay, here we go. And I was looking at my stash of silks, and I found a couple that I had little bits and pieces of, and I thought, oh, this will be enough. Yeah, no. So I rapidly realized after doing what I've done that I needed a supplement. So anyways, I'm going to show this to you first. So I've gotten most of the M done. And then I don't know if you're going to be able to see the contrast, because there is a slight one. Okay, so the Merry is going to be my original thread, and the Christmas is going to be the secondary one that I picked. And
difference.
Yeah. So I'm starting off with, okay, this is the height of my delusion. This is how much, this is Pashmina, which is a cashmere silk blend from Gloriana Threads. This is how much I thought, because I thought I could split it down. Like once you split down silk threads and do it over, I thought I was going to have enough. I rapidly realized I was not. So, long story short. So then the Christmas part is going to be this. This is Gloriana Poinsettia.
Okay.
I'm going to put it, I don't know if yeah. So the dark in it matches the dark in the Pashmina, which is called Crimson Dark. And so that's what I'm doing. So I wanted to start using up some of the beautiful, I didn't realize how many silk threads I had collected. And I'm like, it's time to start using them. And I thought, we had this discussion, I don't know what day, somebody brought it up that, it was Vicky who said this. Like, it's fun to look at the old style patterns and zhuzh them up a little bit. And so, and then they look completely different. And so that's what I'm doing with this. So this is an 18 count Ada. It's an one-of-a-kind ornament cut from Fortnite Fabrics that doesn't have a name.
Okay. So
I thought it would be a nice way to showcase the silk threads. So those are my starts.
I have to know how old that book is, because when you were showing it on the apron, the geese that were next to it.
Let me look to see when it was published. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. 1994, people.
Yep. That's prime geese time.
Prime geese. I know, right? And everything was in Ada. Nothing wrong with that. But it was like outlined heavily, so it really looked like segmented and pixelated. And I mean, these are super. I'm trying to find the geese again because you're so right. Oh yeah, yeah, and they're all geese all the time.
I know.
Love it. So yeah. Anyways,
Two geese. Are they tied together with that ribbon around their neck?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like they're tied together.
We're just getting ready to string them up and make Christmas goose. What? Oh no. It's just on one.
Okay.
Yeah. One has a ribbon around its neck. The other one's investigating. Oh God. But yeah, so this is classic. This is classic 1990s stitching right here, folks. But yeah, I just love the typography of that particular chunk, so I thought I would pull that out and make it into a pillow or something. So so those are all of my starts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Just take a moment because I forgot to go back. So my finished Hyperborea was 1,287 stitches.
Yes.
And my scary sampler start was 624.
So you're making an effort this year to really count how many your stitches you're putting in each.
Yes.
Do you have an overall goal in mind that you're trying to hit, or just for your own edification?
Well, we've talked about my goals, the projects from, I don't know what year, 2020 and earlier, get 5,000 stitches each.
Yeah.
Everything else gets 1,000.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that makes sense. So how are you doing with all that? Like, are you stitching as much as you thought you would?
Do you want to know how much I stitched in January?
Yes, please.
22,404.
I should have been drinking coffee. Pro tip.
Pearl of wisdom. Sorry.
Don't take a sip of coffee when Kate's about to unleash. Say that again for me, please, because I was too busy trying not to like spit everywhere.
22,404.
Wow. Are you surprised at that amount?
Yes. Yes and no. Yes and no. Because I remember I was in Magical Stitches the year they were doing Percy Jackson. And I didn't do a lot of the weeklies, but the monthlies, no. I did some monthlies, but the yearlies, where we had to clean the cabins and then build the cabins, and each cabin was like 1,500 or 2,000, and there were like 25 of them, and then we had another level that was this and that. I don't know. There was like 160 something thousand stitches that year, and I did them all.
Yeah. That's amazing. I just go by like I've told you, I just go by hours. And I know that I have stitched more consistently in the month of January than I have in the past. Just because I want to make sure I get at least 2 hours in every start, and then try to get a little love in on a whip. And so I know that, you know, it's smaller chunks, but I'm seeing progress, which is the big thing for, it's hard to see progress when I'm continually starting something new. So that's why I'm glad I have the album in Whip Warriors, so I can go and say, oh yeah, I started all these things and look how far I actually got cumulatively. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. 22,000. Mother. Pat yourself on the back, sister. Gold star for you. All right. Whew. All right. Now that I've recovered from that, let's talk about some whips, shall we? Go for it.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to switch over to you.
All right. So since February, I'm calling it full coverage month.
Mm-hmm.
I decided to pull out my Heaven and Earth, which is called Rhiannon. She's out of print. She's artwork by Jessica Galbraith. 25 count, even weave, 1/1 DMC. Started maybe 15 years ago. I don't know when I started it.
Yeah.
So this is what it's supposed to look like.
Got it.
And so I've made this like the dog gets me up in the morning and I have to stay up with him for a bit. So I've been stitching on it every day of February so far.
Oh, look at it.
So 1,152 stitches since February 1st.
Yeah, just by doing that.
Yeah.
I see a horse.
Yep.
With no midsection, but I see a horse. It looks great, Kate. Oh, that's lovely.
Yeah, I'm pretty happy. It just is a couple hundred stitches here and there, and I'm seeing progress.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
What I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
I designated this next one. This is Elemental Dragon's Earth from Ink Circles. This is on 16 count baby lima bean from Mystic Fabrics.
Mm-hmm.
Using an NPI silk in teal green. So this is like my work.
That looks so good.
Okay. So this one falls into one of the categories for monochromatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I have put in 1,170 on this. Not since February 1st, because it's just from the last time.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That
Center medallion part.
that's what you were working on?
Yeah.
Okay. That thread and fabric pairing is great.
Yeah, I'm happy with this.
Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, just because it was its birthday, I pulled it out to try to stitch on it, and then I promptly put it back. This is Wonders of the Night Sky by Climbing Goat Designs. This was a stitch along. It's over. It's on 16 count black Ada, and I just...
It looks good.
So the moon in the lower corner
Yep.
here-ish.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah, you can see it now.
There. It's what I put in. This is a whopping 7 stitches, people.
How many?
57.
Woo!
And then I packed it back up and put it back away.
Yeah.
I just didn't want to invest in it at this point.
Got it.
All right. The pointed fifth was a January category, which I don't remember what the category was using it for.
I don't have my list in front of me.
Hold on a second. I have a little notebook where I'm keeping track.
Goes like this.
Less than 10 colors was the pointed fifth for January.
Love it.
That was the category.
Mm-hmm.
It's from Dog Samplers. On 16 count Silver Mist Ada for Mystic Fibers. Using Silks for You PR021 and PR109. This is what it looks like when it's finished. And yeah, I gave it a whopping 164 stitches, but it's 164 more than it had.
It looks so good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
So I really like these color combination.
Mm-hmm.
Bad stitch. You just have to be in the mood for it.
Yep, I get that.
Wrangling this gigantic piece of because math is hard and I don't want to cut it yet.
Right?
The struggle is real, people.
Yep.
Okay. This next one was a whip go from January. This is Dog's Day Out by Crossed Wing Collection on 16 count Gossamer from Picture This Plus. And I put in 689 stitches on this.
So cute.
So I finished the second tree.
Yes.
I only had like a third of it to go. I put in the little bird.
Chickadee-dee-dee-dee.
And I backstitched that dog.
That puppy looks like my Charlie.
And I did more of the border across the top.
Love the fabric. Love it.
It's a great fabric. It's yellow, very soft yellow and greens.
Yeah, it suits it very well. Very nice.
So
you're close. That's a close to be done.
are you kidding? There are 6 trees.
I misheard you then because you said I have a third done, and my brain heard, oh, I only have a third left to do.
Third of the tree left to do when I picked it back up.
I'm going to take the pays attention to detail part off of my resume now. Oh, shoot.
All right, so this is the big winner from the categories from last month.
Okay.
It was a category for new to me, and it was I'd never stitched with Valdani threads before. So this is Dog's Declaration from Ink Circles on 16 count white chocolate using the Valdani threads, and I put in 3,135 stitches since you last saw it.
Kabam!
So I had another page finish.
Yeah, you did.
I had to do a little bit more because I didn't have my full 5,000 in for this one.
Of course. Oh, that's looking so good.
I know. It's hit its 5,000 stitches mark for the year, and I'm going to put it away for a while.
Yeah. But it's so good. Oh.
It is. So I've got 3 bottom pages and then 3 more pages that have like 15, 20 rows on them.
Right.
So they're not very big.
Nice.
All right. One more.
One more.
So this was a New Year's Eve start at 12 by 12. This is Avalon Parting the Mists from the Little Stitcher on 16 count, one of their 50 Shades of Gray fabric.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the cut name was. Just using DMC. And this I put in 1,344 stitches.
Look at that. Nice. So you got, okay, most of her figure.
The VL put in last time.
Go ahead.
I mean, the only time I had like part of this A, the V, another A. That was my start.
Yeah. Look at that.
And you can see the moon behind her head.
Yes. Nice.
The geese are going to be hard to see, and I'm probably going to outline the geese.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah.
But I'll just, I don't know, a darker gray, like maybe 415 or 414.
Yeah, I was just thinking just like yeah. Nice.
You can see it, but she's standing in a big boat down here. So I was like, oh yeah, look, I'm so close to being done. And I looked out and I'm like, yeah, no, you're not.
My dreams were shattered in an instant.
They were. All right. So that's what I stitched on in 2 weeks.
Goodness.
What
well done.
other than the starts?
Well, okay. So I worked on 2 whips intermittently in between the starts. I had a discussion with Laurel on Virtual Stitchers about rejigging my schedule so that I could put in a little bit of love on whips. And so, you know, through the conversation, we thought, well, how about like Wednesdays, like work on a small whip that you don't have to, that you can do in hand instead of having to dismantle everything and bring it back up, and Wednesday night. And then on the weekends, work on something bigger. So I'm slowly trying to do that, but I'm having a limited amount of success, but we're going to try. Anywho, so I worked on, oh, there's my arrow because I marked the top of mine because of the way it looks. So I worked on Love and Joy. And I got all of the pine needles done. And it looks so good. Now I'm done the really hard part. Because I had to pay attention with the direction of the pine needles. They weren't all going in one direction. But it's so pretty. And for those of you, I should have done this first, sorry, who haven't seen this one before. This one is called Love and Joy by Elizabeth Needlework Designs. And so relatively speaking, even though those little medallions seem fiddly, they're not hard. For me, it was paying attention, doing the backstitch border, and then pay attention with the directions of the pine needles. So that I worked a little bit on that. So I wanted to get this part done before I put it away for the next little bit. So I'm very happy with that. And then the rest of my time, whenever I worked on a whip, was concentrated on temperature quilt. And I'm doing the light color version here. And I'm tracking the temperatures from my birthday in October in 2022 to my birthday in October 2023, which involves adding another column. But I'm still actively working on it, so I've got active needles on this one. So I wanted to unroll it so you could see how far I've gotten so far.
Wow, that looks good.
Oops, okay. So if you watched the last video when I alluded to sometimes you just got to stitch on beige, this is what I mean. Because there's a lot of beige setup to do. So the 3 columns of color that you see there are actually November, December, and January. The wide column of beige is October until I get down to my actual birthday. So what I'm trying to do is get down to that spot so I know where it splits and becomes, but I might also go back up and start working on April. What month are we in? February.
That was very wishful thinking.
I know. But yeah, so that's how far I've gotten on this. It's really interesting to me to see. I'm charting the high temperatures from where I grew up and where I'm currently living. And so it's really interesting to see the days where they are identical. Because you would think, okay, Nova Scotia, Canada, and Oklahoma would be wildly different. And they're on a couple of days, they're exactly the same, which is kind of funny. But there you go. So that's how far I am on that. And I'm pleased with that. I would love to finish it, like put the last stitches in it on my birthday this year. But I'm not sure if that'll happen, but I'd like to try. So I'm putting extra love on it when I can to, you know, catch up the weeks, you know, because technically I'm like in month 4 or 5 of the year. So I've got some, but yeah. Anyways, so that's what I'm working on. Those were my whips.
Okay.
All done. So yeah. I'm looking at something. Sorry. So do you want to talk about what we plan on doing, or do you want to look at some of the things that we might have acquisitioned?
Let's do plans.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you want to?
Yep, there we go.
There we go.
It takes me a minute, sorry.
It's our first time filming, people.
It really is.
All right. So it's February, and that means I have to pull mythical creatures back out and backstab you, the unicorn.
You can do it.
I'm psyching myself up.
You don't have to do it all at once.
No, I don't, but I tend to just like grit my teeth and
get it done.
Get it done. I don't think I'm going to do it today. I think I'm going to start it tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Pardon. So just get it done, and then I don't have to do anything until stitching the V next month.
Right.
So that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to continue working on Rhiannon in the mornings, and I kind of in the back of my head, I'm like, I wonder if I do this all month, would I would think I would get a page finish at least.
And at least like that 5,000 stitch mark you're trying to hit, right?
Yeah, but I look at her and I'm like, I really need to I need to do something. She needs to go. She needs to get going.
Well, yeah, see how far you get in a month and see if you want to continue with that being your morning ritual. You know what I mean?
Maybe I'll switch out. Like, if it works for the month, if I can do it for the month, I've done it for 4 days. Listen, people, if I can go 24 more days, then maybe we'll see if it's
yeah.
can continue. I'm not going to put words in my mouth here.
No. Yeah.
A long time from now, we'll have to decide that.
Yeah.
I do have plans to work on another full coverage this month. Ravenclaw House is coming back out.
Mm-hmm.
And for the full coverage category, Rhiannon's in the more than 50 colors category.
Yes.
Ravenclaw House only has like 22 colors.
It's just massive.
It's a little big.
It's petite.
Whippo calls for the month. EJ got to pick, and she picked Cleopatra, so I'll have to do 500 stitches on her.
Listen to the enthusiasm in her voice, EJ.
She's so big.
I know.
Oh, I saw somebody post somewhere in one of the groups I was in. They were so mad. They didn't measure their fabric long enough, and the cheetah's tail doesn't fit. And they've got like all of her and the throne and most of the cheetah. And I'm just like, I can't even begin. I don't have words for you. I just don't. That's horrid.
Mm-hmm.
That is the worst feeling in the whole wide world. And I know how much stitching that was.
Yeah. And that's why, folks, Kate doesn't cut her fabric until she's done.
Maybe.
That fear. That fear at the pit of her stomach.
It's a bad feeling.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. That's... Oh.
And my other Whipco number was Margaret. And Margaret didn't pick what I thought she was going to pick.
Oh, really?
Margaret picked the Slytherin sweater. So I will pull it out.
That'll be fun.
a little bit later in the month. I'm going to try to get through my categories because my goal for my categories is between all 5 categories to get 10,000 stitches.
Ooh. You go.
I did 22,000 last month.
You can do it. I'm like, I just watch in awe.
3 of the categories have the 5,000 for the year goal picks, and then the other 2 are just the 1,000.
Excuse me.
Which now I'm like, I didn't write down what I did for. I know Sleeping Beauty is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's 1,000.
Nice. Well, that sounds like a good set of plans.
Yeah, I just want to pick away at some of these because I was like, yeah, 5,000 stitches goal on these projects. And I was like, you know what? 5,000 stitches is a lot.
It is.
Which is why I sucked it up and busted my butt for Dog's Declaration. I was like, I got to get one of these done in January.
Yeah. And it looks so good.
It does look good.
Mm-hmm.
They really.
Yes.
Those are my plans.
Okay. Well, I mean, for me, it's, I've got a couple birthday starts planned. We are in the month of February, so they may lean towards love and Valentine's just to have a little palette cleanser amongst all the winter and the Christmas. And I am trying, my thought process is to work on my WIPGO. I'm already way behind on WIPGO, which stresses me. And I know there's no, it's cross-stitch police, but it's just, I have WIPGO to help propel me along my WIPs, and I'm having trouble fitting them in. So my thought process was work on, I have 4 WIPGO goals that I'm trying to do, January's and February's, and work on them each weekend, put some time in so I can at least cross them off. So this weekend, I'm going to work on January's WIPGO. One of the blocks was work on a WIP that's not a birthday start. And so I'm going to work on the Under the Sea Sal by Frosted Pumpkin. And then I'm going to start some things. And also one of February's blocks was Laurel got to choose, and she also chose Under the Sea Sal. So I'm going to have it out for the next 2 weekends and see how far I can get on it and work on those. And then the other 2 blocks I'm going to fit in for the next 2 weekends after that in February and see how that goes. And if I find that I'm still struggling to hit that, I am struggling with groups right now and trying to meet the goals of the groups. And I don't know. But so anyways, so those are the plans. I have my scheduled starts. I have a couple, and they're all ready to go. And I have a couple that I want to add to that. So we'll see. We'll see how it all goes. And then on the weekends will be WIPGO. So I'm going to try that for the month of February and see what happens.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's my plan. And those are our Fickle plans. Plans.
Shortage.
Yes. Yes, indeed. So now for the fun part of the program. Do you have any acquisitions? I can't remember the theme song. Wegman's Bag of Acquisitions. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah. We'll probably preclude into a discussion.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
All right. So I bought thread hoppers.
Yes.
The counting pins you put in, and then you kind of leapfrog your counting
I
pins.
love that.
So, haven't used them yet because I put them in the bag when I got them. So, we'll see how that works.
Mm-hmm.
I got my previous order from 123 Stitch. This is a half yard 16 count Regency.
Ooh, pretty.
Kind of got a green undertone. I was thinking about using this for the Scary Sampler, which is what I had bought it for to look at. And then I put it on shale, even though my margins are going to be tight on one side, but it is.
Nice.
Okay. All right, I have disappointment.
Uh-oh.
I have disappointment.
I don't
All
like
right.
it when you're disappointed.
So I bought 16 count Haunted from Picture This Plus.
Yeah.
Do you see any purple? Do you see any green?
I see an undertone of green in the light areas, but it's not obvious.
It's not. It doesn't look like the Haunted I've had before. I will use this. I will certainly use it, but it is not. And I know that there are discrepancies in dyeing, and nothing is,
Yeah.
I understand that. I do, but I was disappointed.
I may have to go. I got an email from Silver Needle saying that they've gotten some Picture This Plus in, and I may have to go take a look and see if theirs is a little more obvious and let you know. That's a bummer because I know how much you were looking forward to maybe getting a handful of that again.
I was. Okay. All right. So I got my first fabric of the month from Garan Toten Bags. Atomic Ranch. This is called Freeze. Frieze.
Okay, yep.
A fat quarter. And it's a nice neutral.
Ooh, pretty.
Yeah.
Is that like a light gray or a light purple?
It's honestly, it's more kind of like a brown.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see it now that you folded it up. Okay, yep.
Which I'm just going to mention that Gary and Ronnie are evil, and I now belong to the Fabric of the Month Club for Fox and Rabbit.
Shame on you, Gary and Ronnie.
Like I just got out of all my other Fabric of the Month clubs. To the Atomic Ranch. But Fox and Rabbit is only fat quarter as well, and it's Ada, so it was $19 a month.
That's not bad.
I really would like to get some Fox and Rabbit fabric.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. I have some Friday Night Fight might Stitch Me fabric that I won.
Oh, you snagged some. Nice.
And that'll be for the next one because it hasn't come yet. This is my last fabric of the month from Stitch Me. It's a fat half, 16 count of hot cocoa.
Nice.
Oh. It looks like creamy hot cocoa.
Yep. Yes, it does. Pretty.
So it killed me. The same day I sent the email to Stitch Me, Gary put that up.
It's like he knew.
It's like, come on. But I really down to, like 3 fat halves to 2 fat quarters. So it's quite a big. I'm saving money. I'm saving money, Cheryl.
And this is the justification portion of our video.
Next one. I don't have anything stuff. I was on Hobby House Needleworks website. I was looking at, I needed to buy floss. And I was like, oh, let me go look at their fabric. This is a new dyer to me. It's called Tabby Cat. And this is an 18 count Ada in the colorway Lollybrock.
Isn't that interesting?
I thought it was interesting.
Wow, look at that. It's browns, yeah?
It's browns.
Neat.
It kind of a bit more bolder than X Jude Designs does. Because they've got those really splotchy, grunged up fabrics, which I like. But I will. Do I have anything do I know what I'm going to put on that? No.
No.
Why would I know that?
That's a ridiculous expectation to have.
I know. All right, so I ordered this months ago when they put the pre-order in, and I just got it. Bella Filipina. Maglin.
Wow, beautiful.
Beautiful. I don't know when I'm going to start her. Did I get on the pre-order list for the Fire Phoenix? Yes. I also got her bead pack and silks.
Smart.
Oh, treasure braid too. Ha ha ha.
Nice.
That's all ready to go.
So all the zhuzh.
All the zhuzh. I just need the DMC. Now for the guilty pleasure part of the show. New bag designer for me. This is Creative with a K, Carol with a C, Designs on Etsy. Is looking for big bags because I like big bags. I like big projects, and I cannot lie.
Right.
And these are 15 by 15. Blank.
Look at that. They have a handle, right? Yeah. Love it.
On the back.
Yes. That's great.
So good. And because no project bag can travel alone.
Of course not. Oh, you got the Teresa Koga one.
I did get the Teresa Koga fabric.
Oh, nice.
So the little cutout circle thingies and then on the back.
Love it. That's great.
I have bought a gazillion more. Yes. These are a little bit more pricey than our favorite Crab Shack Stitchery. And kind of regretting we shouted out Crab Shack Stitchery so much because they put up 4 project bags 2 days ago and they're all gone.
I know, right? That's so okay.
Now I got to pay a little bit extra for project bags that I don't need.
Don't need.
Yes. I don't need
I can't say anything because I am slowly being sucked into the project bag vortex.
Come to the dark side.
Slowly. Yes. So is that it for your Wegmans bag of acquisition?
It's empty.
It's empty.
It's sad.
Yes. Okay, well, I have a little bit. I received my my embellishment pack. Oh, right. Sorry. Here we go. Oh, there we go. My embellishment pack for Snow Queen. Our friend Sammy of Tiny Hummingbird Stitchery was able to procure this for me on my behalf. So I'm excited. So I have all the stuff. This was the last part of what I needed for the full Mamma Jamma on the Snow Queen. So I have that. So I'm very excited about that. And then, like you, I'm also in the Be Stitch Me. And I also got hot cocoa, but mine is on 40 count. Sorry for the crinkle. I should have opened this before. Hot cocoa, and mine is on the 40 count Verdal.
Yay.
Yeah. So there you
So
go.
you're be stitching this year, so I'm going to get to see what you get and be jealous.
And I remember you asking me if I was in the neutrals or the... And I thought I picked both, and apparently not. Apparently I picked neutrals.
You can just email her. She'll just swap you.
Yeah, but I'm okay with that. I just wanted to... I get nervous with the unknown on certain things. So I figured neutrals were a safe bet. But anyway, so yeah, so I got hot cocoa as well. And then I pre-ordered the next thing, which is the Heart and Hand Collector's Heart for 2023. And it's the whole pack. It comes with the fabric and the button, which is really cool. And I love the leather bound. It is a beautiful, deep, rich red from Cottage Garden Threads. Love it. So, spoiler alert, I'm probably going to start this as one of my birthday starts. I factored in some openings for things that might pop up that really catch my fancy this year. So here's number one. That's a lie. I've gotten at least 2 or 3 others, but they're bigger ones. But this falls into the category of smalls. So this will be one of my smalls this month that is more love and hope rather than snow and sleet and Christmas.
Thundersleet.
Thundersleet. Golly, Thundersleet.
Like a horse's name.
Right? That'd be a great one.
No.
Right? Down the back street. And then, what else did I do? Oh, and you know, Stitches can also be a little bit geeky about office supplies. And one of the things, I have a lot of threads that I'm putting on thread drops. And when we were at StitchCon, a lot of people gave out packets of thread drops, and I want to use them, but I want to be able to see, like with thread drops, I want to see the front color. I don't want to put all the information on the back, which like people put that on the back. So what I did was I got these little stickers so I can put it on here so that it doesn't obscure the picture, but then I can see what color it is. Mostly for my DMC stuff. That's the stuff that I've been putting on drops. And so anyways, so that's a little stupid thing. So I got myself stickers. White stickers. Lots of little stickers.
I forgot I had some PDF purchases. So we're going to insert them here.
No, we're not.
No?
I'm making a note. Kate, print off your PDFs for next filming. Make a note to yourself in your notebook. But yeah, well, do you want to talk about? Well, here I am dictating. That's not very nice. Do you want to put them in here now?
No, it's fine.
Okay. Sorry.
Soon, so
what's that?
So I'm not going to start them anytime soon. Somebody had a finish on one of my, I think the Snarky and Nerdy cross stitch group. And it was a Dragon Riders of Pern cross stitch. And I was like, oh my. Let me go find this. And let me go find what else they have.
That's always the rabbit hole, right?
Yeah.
You go for
and
one.
Didn't tell everybody, oh, they're smalls. And then I pulled them up on Virtual Stitchers and I was like, okay, no, they're not. They're all mediums. Like, just don't. I cannot buy a small pattern.
You can't do it. Well, I mean, in your brain, that looks small.
It does.
It's all relative. It's all proportional. That's what it is.
I think I'm proportionally challenged.
I did not say that. I just said it's all proportional. What was I going to say to you?
Well, it's proportional.
What's that?
I said, I think we found our title.
It's all proportional. I'm writing it down.
All proportional.
Proportional. Yes.
Because I can't.
What was
back to the dimensionality.
Right? Proportioning. Yes, yes, yes.
Oh,
Oh gosh, that's
thank
funny.
you, Rob, for functionality.
Yeah.
That's Robert's Palace of Stitches.
Thank you, Robert's Palace of Stitches, for that particular video title. What was I saying? Oh yes. Oh yes. Going down the rabbit hole. On what was it? I think it was Whip Warriors. Someone posted a pattern that was the outline of Nova Scotia, and it had like a scenic view, right? And I was like, oh, it's really hard to find. Maybe I'm picky. Canadian related designs for me, anyway. And but I saw that and I was like, my eyes perked up, and so I asked who designed it, and of course it's a Etsy person. I went in and then I saw all of the rest of the things, and I said, oh dear, oh dear. I've resisted so far. I know I'm going to buy the Nova Scotia pattern. It's what's going to accompany it is the question.
There's nothing to accompany. You could just buy one.
No.
Okay, she said disbelievingly.
See, I was just waiting for the lightning to strike because I knew that was a bald-faced lie. Yeah, okay, just one. It's like Lay's potato chips. You can't just order one thing. It's just impossible. It has to have friends to accompany.
Well, project bags get scared. They get scared.
Yes, yes.
In
Yeah.
the past with them.
I shouldn't say anything because I couldn't just order stickers. I had to order a book to go along with it. So I got a book too.
You must have a proportional challenge, people.
It's all good. Well, that is... Oh gosh, that's funny. Well, I think I'm done. How about you?
Done. I'm ready to clean this up and figure out what I'm stitching on today.
Me too. But, oh, my head's itchy. Sorry. So yeah, I guess that's it. We thank you so much for watching. We thank you so much for the likes and the comments, both in person and below, and supporting our little Flosstube channel.
Yep. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things.
Yes, please. We enjoy it. But so I think that's it. So bye, Kate.
Bye, Cheryl.
See y'all later. Happy stitching, everyone.